Hello everyone, Trevor Noah here. Now I know what you're thinking. Trevor, what do you know about starting a business in Africa? And you'd be right to ask. I'm more comfortable behind a desk making jokes about international affairs. But today, we're diving into the top 10 common mistakes to avoid when setting up a business in Africa. Think of me as your guide, using the wisdom of how we made it in Africa to help you navigate this exciting but sometimes tricky terrain. First up, we're tackling the heartstrings, folks. It's tempting to set up shop where your family is, where you feel that warm embrace of home. But hold up. Business decisions fueled by sentiment, that's a recipe for disaster, my friends. Remember, we're trying to build empires, not just have family reunions. Base your location on cold, hard market research, not the warmth of your grandma's jollof rice. Next, let's talk about choosing your battleground. Africa is a continent of diverse markets, each with its own flavor of risk and reward. You wouldn't jump into a boxing ring with Mike Tyson without some serious training, would you? Same goes for business. Analyze those risk to opportunity ratios like your business depends on it, because, well, it does. All right, entrepreneurs, listen up. You got a brilliant idea? Fantastic. Now, put it in your pocket. Got another one? In the pocket too. See, here's the thing. Starting a business in Africa, it's like juggling hyenas with one hand tied behind your back. You need focus, people. Picking one idea and sticking to it is like choosing which hyena to focus on. It's still terrifying, but at least you're not outnumbered. So, prioritize, strategize, and for goodness sake, don't try to open a bakery, a tech, startup, and a crocodile farm all at once. Now let's talk risk. Africa's got opportunity, no doubt, but it's also got more potholes than a game of Mario Kart in a sandstorm. You gotta assess the risks, my friends. Political instability, check. Currency fluctuations, check. Random baboon attacks on your inventory, sadly, also check. Look, I'm not trying to scare you off, but going in blind is like wearing a meat suit to a lion convention. Exciting for a minute, disastrous for, well, you. Do your research, understand the challenges, and maybe invest in some really good insurance. Speaking of investment, let's talk money, honey. Here's a hot tip. Don't go betting the farm on your first venture. Start small, test the waters, see if your business idea actually floats. Remember, even the most successful entrepreneurs started somewhere. Mark Zuckerberg started in a dorm room, and, well, I started on a different continent altogether. The point is, you don't need a king's ransom to build an empire, just a solid plan, a bit of hustle, and maybe a really understanding loan officer. You see, folks, in the business world, one size doesn't fit all, especially in Africa, where diversity is more than just a buzzword. It's a reality. You can't just take a product that worked in your hometown and expect it to fly off the shelves in Accra or Nairobi. You gotta tailor your product to meet the specific needs tastes, and dare I say, quirks of the local market. Remember, friends, nobody wants a square watermelon when a perfectly good round one will do. I get it. Starting a business is all about finding the people. But when you're starting out in Africa, sometimes it's smarter to aim high. No, I'm not saying you should ignore the everyday consumer, but targeting a higher end market initially can be a good strategy. They have more disposable income, they're more likely to take a chance on a new product, and frankly, they complain less. Plus, if you can impress them, the word of mouth marketing will be off the charts. Now, before you pack your bags and hop on the next plane to Johannesburg, a little word of advice: do your homework. Understanding the local business environment is crucial. From cultural norms to business practices, things work differently in Africa. So, read up, network with locals, and don't be afraid to ask questions. Trust me, it's better to be informed than to be caught off guard. After all, you don't want to be the only one at the business meeting who doesn't know the difference between a shilling and a CDI. All right, folks, we're talking about Africa, the land of opportunity, but also the land of, shall we say, unique bureaucracy. Ignoring local regulations is like trying to outrun a lion on a scooter. It's not going to end well. You need to know the rules of the game, and trust me, sometimes the rule book feels like it was written in hieroglyphics. So, do your homework, get a local lawyer, and stay on the right side of the law. Let's be real. In some parts of Africa, infrastructure can be a bit like a surprise party. You never know what you're gonna get. Power outages, internet woes, roads that look like they were designed by a drunk toddler. These are things you gotta factor in. But hey, that's part of the adventure, right? The key is to anticipate these challenges and have backup plans. Think of it as extreme business planning. So, there you have it. The top 10 pitfalls to avoid when launching your business in Africa. Remember, avoiding these mistakes can greatly increase your chances of success in Africa. This continent is bursting with potential, and with a little bit of savvy and a whole lot of hustle, you can make your mark. For more insights, check out How We Made It in Africa. Thanks for watching, and good luck with your business ventures.